So this is from an article that came out over a year ago, but Open Mind Perspectives was now claiming that the survivors and witnesses in the Idaho 4 case will be testifying at these internal affairs investigation. So let me play you a snippet from her video.
And whatever witnesses that are going to be in the dealing with the Brian Koberger case is also going to be testifying against the officers involved in the investigation that was taken to the side, or is under investigation for the Giglio. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure you guys were clear.
Okay, so that article stemmed from this filing, which was on March 27th of 2023, and it was the Brady disclosure. So it just says that comes now the state of Idaho, by and through the Latah County Prosecuting Attorney's Office, respectfully gives notice to the court and council that the state has become aware of potential Brady Giglio material related to one of the officers involved in the above referenced case. The material, in the form of a confidential internal affairs investigation, is hereby submitted in camera to the court. So, Brady material refers to the case Brady versus Maryland, where the U.S. Supreme Court held that there must be a timely disclosure to the defendant of favorable material information that is known to the government. They add that Brady material includes information that could negate guilt or affect punishment. So that's the disclosure of exculpatory information. So when they're saying there could be a Brady violation if the exculpatory information isn't handed over to the defense, that's what they're talking about. And then Giglio extends Brady to include the responsibility to disclose information that could impeach a witness, typically a law enforcement officer or an informant. So this attorney they talked to, John Henry Brown, says that this could be huge for the defense or it could be totally meaningless since we don't know what it is. Basically, it could be something like a DUI. It could be something like failure to comply with an order from a superior. It could also be an officer violating due process rights of someone or even an unjustified shooting. We just don't know because this is sealed. We don't know which officer. Now, you had Moscow police working on the case. You had Idaho State police working on the case. You had WSU police. You had Pullman police and also the FBI. So it could be somebody from any of those organizations. So Open Minded Perspective wrote this under her video description. The Idaho 4 case witnesses and survivors will be testifying against the officers in question. Well, she says officers, but so far there's only been one Brady filing, and it says officer. Also, that would be really weird for them to be testifying at an internal affairs investigation now when that document came out in March of 2023, which means either the investigation was going on then or it had already been completed prior to March of 2023. And like I said, this could be something disciplinary from years ago. Could have been something from 5 years ago, something from 10 years ago. But at the most recent, it would have been March of last year when the disclosure was made. So it obviously would not be an internal affairs investigation going on right now, because if it was going on in March of 2023, it would have already been done and wrapped up. So her making this claim, I'm just going to take with a grain of salt because she didn't bring any proof to back this claim up. And again, it doesn't make sense given that the disclosure came out over a year, almost a year and a half ago now. So it seems like any investigation that would have been going on at that time would have already been closed by now. But we don't know who the officer in question was or which agency they were from. So this is all just a waiting game until trial, just like with most of these documents. But I hope that kind of helped clear some things up.